Shalom.
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 All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing his truth, sincerity. All right, to the right of me is
The brother Rock.
to the left is
Brother Shamak.
I'm the brother Anah. We're from the GMS Atlanta Church. We're coming back at you on another lesson concerning World War III, the war of all wars, because a lot of stuff is going on as far as World War III. But we know that Russia is a key component, all right, the biggest piece on the chess piece, so to speak, when concerning World War III, because we're starting to see that Iran is starting to hit the United States embassies and whatnot. But Iran has a small part to play, all right, but Russia is the bear, all right? Russia is the big boy, so to speak, as far as biblical prophecy. So this article is from the New York Times. It says hypersonic missiles are a game changer. So it says, last week, President Vladimir Putin of Russia announced the deployment of the Avangard, among the first in a new class of missiles capable of reaching hypersonic velocity, something no missile can currently achieve aside from an ICBM during re-entry. Such weapons have long been an object of desire by Russian, Chinese, and American military leaders for obvious reasons. Launched from any of these countries, they could reach any other within minutes. No existing defenses in the United States or elsewhere can intercept a missile that can move so fast while maneuvering unpredictably. Wow.
Hey, that is a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Esau prides himself off the sword, so he's masterminding and thinking of ways to increase the weapons in which he has to be the destroyer of the earth. You know, when we speak about Esau, you know, we're not just talking about the Americans or the so-called white man. Russia is also, you know, from the nation of Edom, okay, and they've been given a great sword as well. You know, as it speaks of in Revelation the 6th chapter, to take peace from the earth. Okay, so like the brother said, Russia has a very big role in World War III too. You know, it's gonna be Edomite against Edomite, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got a precept to back you up.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. Is behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Verse 18.
If I can stop, because the Medes in the scripture, that's talking about Russia, man.
Yeah.
Okay, they've been stirred up. Putin, you know, he keep it cordial with Trump, but I know he hate that guy's guts, man.
Yeah.
And you can tell, you know, from the body language, you know, the threats they were going back and forth. I believe it was last year about who had the biggest button. You know,
Right.
fucking what they call that shit? Where two opposing forces are just showing off what they have.
Oh, the arsenal.
Yeah, showing off their arsenal. You know, you know, excuse my French, a dick swinging contest, man. Seeing who has the biggest, you know what. Okay, when it comes to the military might and the weapons that they have. Okay, continue, bro.
This is verse 18. It reads, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children.
And when you see bow, arrow, you know, those are speaking about these missiles, man. All right, the scripture is not going to plainly state that these are missiles, because you got to think about the time in which the scripture was written. You know, they only have certain things to compare or what they seen in a vision to, so they compared the missiles to, you know, arrows, the bow. What's another term used to describe missiles in the scriptures? Dart. Yeah. You know, so
Fanners.
You know, so it's not going to say in plain sight, okay, missiles, Russia's going to shoot missiles in America, because that's how Jake want to hear it in order for him to believe, you know. And to further the point, you know, the scriptures also tell you that no scripture is of any private interpretation. So this is proven facts. Even, you know, biblical scholars, they know that there's going to be an all-out nuclear war, as it speaks speaks on First Peter's, I believe.
Mhm.
In the study Bible that I have, it plainly says that Peter could have been alluding to an all-out nuclear war, man. All right.
Right.
So it's evident, man. It's just these everyday people, they don't want to believe. So, but Esau knows the scriptures.
Yeah.
He know what's going on.
Can I add to your point too?
Go ahead.
Because if anybody has a Bible, if you don't even have to know too much about the scriptures, it'll give subtitles talking about destruction of Babylon, destruction about this, destruction. So the biblical scholars like the brother just alluded to, that's factual, man. Because how they know exactly what the subtitle that chapter about, you know, what's going on in that context.
That's
You
right.
know, they have to know something, bro.
Yeah, if
You
I
know?
can say, even if you get away from the King James Bible, they'll have different interpretations, man, and it'll state it right there.
Yeah.
I got a quick precept. This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So it's clear as day. You know what the third world war is going to be. You thinking about war. You think about, like, okay, for instance, the 1776 Revolutionary War, when Britain came over here and they fought the United States, so to speak. You know, the redcoats, the British would, you know, cock the gun back, shoot, and then let the next row shoot, move back, shoot. They would actually let the Americans know they was coming because they had a band basically. But this Third World War, the war of all wars, it's not gonna be fought like that. It's not gonna be fought with horses and swords.
Right.
All right, it's gonna be fought with ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. So you wanna go?
Yeah. You see in the movies where, you know, one opposing force and the other opposing force just rush at each other and fight. You know, this thing is gonna be long distance, man. You know. Go ahead, bro.
All right,
You
so
got some more in the article?
yeah.
Was that it on the?
Yeah, that was
precept?
on
Okay.
that precept.
All right. It says, continuing on, it says, whether or not the avant-garde can do what Mr. Putin says, the United States is rushing to match it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It says, we could soon find ourselves in a new arms race as deadly as the Cold War, and at a time when the world's arms control efforts look like relics of an inscrutable past, and the effort to renew the most important of them, a new START agreement is founded. Now, we kind of smirked at the fact that the United States is trying to compete, because basically, you know, about 2 years ago, a Russian submarine was spotted off the coast of Maryland, man. So you got Russian spies here already spying this place out, all right, already scoping this place out, man. What is the United States doing? You know, just about 2-3 years ago, the Russian citizens were placed in barracks to prepare for war, all right? And you Americans don't get that, man. All you do is get memes about World War III. The American government is not preparing you, and they're not prepared.
Yeah, you know. Yep.
And there was another article, not to be too long-winded, basically saying the America's warships and their equipment is outdated.
Yeah.
So these other countries, man, they're going to Russia, man. They're going to Russia for the hot stuff, man. They're going to the arms dealers of Russia, man. All right, the Cold War, we're still kind of in the Cold War, but the United States ain't got it like they used to. I mean, they still strong as a whole. Don't get it wrong,
Yeah,
but
don't get it wrong. Yeah.
they starting to dwindle.
Right. Can I back up your point with the precept? I want to get a quick precept. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. It says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Because for those people that trust so much to the army, I done heard, you know, conversations at my job, you know, people just like, oh, it won't happen. It's impossible. Our army's too strong. We'll just destroy anybody. See, that's like just like the brother just mentioned, bro. The military has not prepared. Hey, this country has not prepared you all, bro. It's gave you a false sense of security.
Mm-hmm.
You know, an illusion, bro. You know, it had fed you bullshit. You know, but that's the beauty of these scriptures, because we able to come out those false philosophies and those false principalities, man. You know, and truly the lies, man. All right, because a lot of brothers are going into this nuclear war is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. It is definitely going to happen in this generation for those doubters out there. You know, so that's all I want to add.
All right, so I'll continue on. It says hypersonics represent an hypothesis of sorts for many warfare theorists and practitioners who have long contended that air power alone can have a decisive effect in a conflict. they have always been wrong. The Allies lost about 100,000 aircrew members in an attempt to destroy German industry and the popular will to fight during World War II, but the war in Europe was won with boots on the ground. But like we mentioned, that's not gonna be the case in World War III, man.
Exactly.
All right. It says in Asia, the war was won at sea, though surrender was purchased with atomic weapons delivered by long-range bombers. This seemed to vindicate the role of air power, at least until the superpowers concluded that such destructive weapons could not really be used to fight a war. Their primary strategic role devoted to deterring the other side from using its nuclear bomb in a vast, self-canceling enterprise. If a strategic Air Force did come into play, it would only be to ensure mutual destruction. All right. So I'm gonna just go in a little bit more. It says hypersonic weapons at long last appear poised to fulfill the promise of air power. In an era when the use of ground troops have proved costly, unpopular and generally ineffective, and where threats may be real but not necessarily strategic, they are a godsend missiles whose accuracy minimizes the risk of collateral damage, that pose no risk to air crews, are unstoppable and phenomenally accurate, can yield an impact equal to 5 to 10 tons of high explosives with no warhead at all, yet be capable of delivering a nuclear bomb and can reach nearly every coordinate on the surface of the earth within 30 minutes. Death from the air guaranteed on time delivery. We're just gonna stop right there with that, man.
Yeah. It said God said, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah.
the Lord gonna put the spirit on these missiles when they do get shot. It's gonna hit its target. You know, and the scriptures speak about that. You know, so it's like it's guaranteed going. It's not gonna be, you know, when they shot, you know, oh, it fell off to the sea. No, it's gonna hit it. It's gonna hit its target, bro. Because the Lord gonna put the spirit. He's in control of all things, man. You know.
Yeah. There's something I want to read that you just basically mentioned. I think it's in 2 Ezra 16. Yeah, 2 Ezra 16. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird yourself with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Ooh,
A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?" All right, verse 5. "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" So basically, what can you do about this, man? All right, like the article said, it's a godsend, and like the brother said, once they're sent, it's not an abort mission. It's like, it's not like, oh, my bad, no, we're gonna turn it back. No, they're gonna hit their direct targets, and they're gonna hit their designated targets, which is AKA, Babylon, which is a code word for America in the scriptures, man. The scripture says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia."
Yep.
All right, so this is what's gonna happen in the future. Meanwhile, like I said, we're waiting for, the Russia to get involved. Okay, when matter of fact, somebody get Jeremiah 49 and 20, man, because that's gonna be when Russia does all this stuff, man. All right, we can sit here and wait for Iran and North Korea talk their big boy mess, but you gotta wait on the big dog.
So this is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. It reads, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Edom in his purposes, that he have proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea." Continue.
Nah, that's it on that. But basically, through prophecy, all right, Israel, which is the least of the flock, the so-called Jew Amalek, the one over here that has their Israeli military, okay, and that's going against Isaiah the 2nd chapter. They're not the real Jews. All right, if Isaiah 2, if they're the real Jews, Isaiah 2 would be fulfilled. There would be no more war.
Right.
But the least of the flock, Amalek, the so-called Jew, has to go into Iran and then spark Russia to get in, and then that's when this whole scenario of World War III happens. We can sit here and see Iran bomb U.S. embassies and whatnot. That's cool and everything, but we gotta wait till Bible prophecy is fulfilled and wait till these things happen. So that's why. Matter of fact, can I call for one more?
Yeah.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. cause we gotta wait on the Lord, man. We can get all hype, and it's good. I mean, I like seeing
It's a balance.
It's a balance. We all like seeing stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, the Lord just calm down. The elder Demarshall Pot from the Indiana camp did a beautiful lesson, man. It's like a roller coaster. It's like, oh man, you know, and then it goes down. You know, the interest goes up and it goes down. Interest goes up and it goes down. And he was saying, basically, when all this is said and done, get ready to go back to the persecution. Get ready to see more persecution, man.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
You got it up.
Yeah, so like the brother was just saying, we got to wait upon the Lord. Because he's going to get, first of all, he's going to get us out of our situations of us being, you know, sincere and faithful men of the Lord, you know, as we have faith that we are. You know, but what did the scripture also say? Fire in my jealousy. How's that fire going to come? We've been bringing out the article this whole time, those ICBM missiles. The Lord's going, the scripture the brother just read was 2 Ezra chapter 16. He says, how shall you turn these back? How shall you draw them back? You know? Because once they're shot, bro, it's no turning these prophecies around. Even with the persecution, even with the chip. It's no, oh, everything's going back to normal. No, bro. It's not going down like that.
That's right.
All right? But so all we got to do is wait. Our job is truly easy. Stay faithful to the scriptures. Keep the fellowship. Keep the love for this thing. You know, and be still and let Yahweh Shah work, man. You know?
Because at the end of the day, we on the Lord's time. You know, we can't push prophecy ourselves. You know, we can push it with you know, with spirit and, you know, the scriptures verbally, but we can't do anything to speed them up.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. You know, because nobody know not the day nor the time. You know, in Matthew the 24th chapter, they was asking Yahweh Shai, you know, what shall be, how should we know when the second coming is to come? And he told us there will be signs, and signs goes into indicators. So these wars and rumors of wars are just indicators that we're almost out of here. But we don't know the exact date, okay? Date, time, minute, second, none of that, okay? This 2 Peter 3 and 10, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, okay? You don't know when a thief is entering, you know? He's gonna come when you least expect it. Like brother said, this is a roller coaster. We up and we down, you know. But there's a balance, like the brother Shamak said. And then that balance, we keep that in knowing that we're on the Lord's time. You know, He's gonna come when He sees fit, okay? But certain prophecies, like the brother said, have to line up as they were written, okay, in the same order. And that's how we know we're close to, you know, this third world's war taking place. Continuing on, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Okay, and that's the scripture that I was talking about earlier in the study Bible that I had. The scholars say that he was talking about an all-out nuclear war, man. All right, and these things are going to come to pass, whether you people believe it or not.
Yeah, man.
Any brother got anything else? Close the preach up. Isaiah, we'll close on Isaiah 66 and 15.
I get it.
Okay.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Hey, so it's going to be a combination, man, of these missiles. You know, that hypersonic missile, the game changer, that's going to be involved. You know, everything that these other countries have in their arsenal are going to be shot over here, man. All right, nothing's going to stay in their silos, man. Okay, and on top of that, the chariots of the Lord, man,
Yeah.
and the fire coming from them. So it's gonna be hell to pay out here. You people keep making memes and mocking, you know, the prophets will see, as it says in Ezekiel 33rd chapter. Hey, when these things come to pass, and lo, they will come, then shall you know that a prophet have been among you. You know, at that point it's gonna be too late. Your damn flesh is gonna be melting off your bones, man.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we be those men, we can escape that, man. That's why
Yep.
we do what we do.
Yeah.
Okay? So if any brothers got any closing remarks? Kind. So, you know, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. You know, brothers stay occupied in prophecy. You know, we're close. Keep fighting, keep the faith. You know, Lord willing, we be, you know, in that number. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.